product-led growth. These are the three words that have totally revolutionized the way that we acquire clients at our multiple eight-figure high-ticket business. Now, before I dive into exactly what product-led growth is and then show you how we incorporate it into our client acquisition strategy, let me walk you through why I was looking for a new client acquisition strategy. The truth is that I've been in this high-ticket online game for about 4.5 years now. I've generated over $25 million in sales online, working with thousands of businesses, and for those businesses, I have built thousands of marketing systems. So I kind of have an idea of what's working and what's not in the marketplace. And there's no doubt that right now it's never been harder to acquire high ticket clients online. And this is for a variety of factors, including the fact that competition has never been higher than it is right now. And people are just able to copy funnels and entire offers in one day and then paste it online and show it to the same audience that you're trying to attract. And the second thing is that costs are going up everywhere, but primarily on advertising platforms where you're paying more and more to acquire a customer, to get a lead, to get a qualified sales call than ever before. And when you're kind of at a larger level and you're spending a lot more money, those differences can make a big difference in the bottom line. And so I kind of felt like I was almost turning my wheels at some point, doing the same stuff month over month and seeing just the same results. And I knew that this wasn't the way that we were going to hit a quantum leap to $100 million a year, which is what my goal is. So instead I started doing research online, and as usual, I try to look at other industries outside of my industry to figure out what they're doing well and what I can copy in my industry. And I always almost go to the SaaS world first because they've got it down. They're doing, exits around the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars pretty regularly. And what they coined is this concept called product-led growth. And product-led growth, in essence, is a go-to-market strategy that relies on product usage as the primary driver of acquisition, conversion, and expansion. So instead of what most people do, which is sales-led growth, which is essentially where you have an end user, a total stranger, and if they want to work with you, they get on a sales call, and then after the sales call, they try the product out. And the problem with that is that most people today don't want to get on sales calls anymore. Serious Decisions, actually, these are two interesting facts for you guys right now. Well, first, according to Forrester's, 93% of B2B buyers prefer to buy from a website over buying from a salesperson. So 93% of people that are buying B2B, and it's something very similar to B2C, but mostly B2B is on sales calls, prefer to buying over a website than getting on a sales call. So you have a trend of a lot of people not wanting to get on sales calls, at least not as the first touch point that they're doing with a company. And I also mimic that trend. I almost never want to get on a sales call unless I've already interacted with that company. I trust them. I know who they are, et cetera, et cetera. And then the second thing, according to Serious Decisions, is that 98% of marketing qualified leads, MQLs, essentially leads that are qualified in your CRM, never result in closed business, right? So that means that all of this time, energy, effort that you're creating in order to generate interest for your company, 98% of those people will never buy anything from you ever. And that's because you're typically focusing on sales-led growth, or that's at least what we were doing. So I was like, hey, all these people that we're generating, if you even want to think about working with us, you have to get on a sales call to speak with us. And this is why, as a little snapshot inside of here, we could book 500 to 600 calls in a week, but only maybe 166 of them would be qualified. So if we do this number, 166 divided by 5, what is that number right there? 537. You're going to get 30% of calls are qualified. Out of the 537 calls, only 166 are qualified. And that's not including the ones that actually show up and actually close. And there's things you can do to fix that, and we've been doing that for a while. But I knew that there was a better way. I knew that there was a way that was much more scalable, much more leveraged, which is what my company's name is, Scaling with Systems. And that's where I kind of came across product-led growth. And product-led growth is where the user uses the product first before they get on any kind of sales calls. And a lot of times it's where a user tries a product either for free, in exchange for their contact information, et cetera, before they get on a sales call. And this isn't going to work one-to-one perfectly if you were just to take a product-led growth thing and try to copy it into maybe a high-ticket business, but there are lessons that you can get here, because in a product-led growth business, users self-serve to get immediate value from the product, and then that kind of ascends them into the other levels of service or your product suite. So they can start with something at low ticket or recurring, and then they buy something higher, then they buy something higher, and this entire time you're not having to shove marketing and ads down their throat. The product is doing the selling for them, thus product-led growth. And so once I understood this and I knew this, I knew that I wasn't going to change how we were making money from our clients, because we've made so much money from it. But I knew that if I could get clients to even just taste or try out our business or our products before they got on a sales call with us, I know that we would book more sales calls, they'd be more qualified, and we close more deals. And another great example of this is there's a great company out there called Truvani. It's a protein brand, and I know the CEO, and I went to dinner with him, and he told me, he said their motto in their marketing department is just put it in their mouth, right? Which is pretty funny when you think about it. But the idea is that he knows that if he can get people just to taste the protein, he knows they'll be buyers for life. And I can attest to that. I'm not a referral or affiliate for them, but I've used Truvani. I buy 2 huge bags of it every week for 3 years now. And the first time I ever tried it was a tester that I got from Amazon, a single pack. So they lose money on that tester in order for someone to try it out and then figure out if they like it, and then they'll continue to buy from there, right? And so that's what product-led growth is. And even if you have to lose money on the front end just so that they can taste it without having to get on a sales call, just buying through the website, then they'll buy the high-ticket stuff later on. And I've spent thousands, probably tens of thousands of dollars with that company at this point. And so we implemented it inside of our company, and we're starting to see exactly that. So for example, we have a low-ticket product called Show Up Secrets, where we show people how to double their show-up rate in 30 days or less. And this is exactly why I created this low ticket product, because I wanted people to see how good our systems and products and services were. So I created this low ticket product. And then after they bought the low ticket products, I offered them to join our monthly membership plan for $97 a month. And so then they bought this monthly membership plan for $97 a month after they got value from the low ticket products. And then after that, there's another offer in there where I show people how to build this exact kind of system, product led growth that I'm talking about here, using membership sites and low ticket products and high ticket sales, all that stuff together in one, and we call it the member method. And so I have an entry-level version of the member method for $2,000, and that's exactly what happened here. So this is our tracking system, and you can see that this person came from top of funnel, cold ads, had never heard of us before, bought it for $37, our low-ticket products. Then a few days later, it looks like here, they bought that on 3/16. Then on 3/23, so 7 days later, without anybody getting on a sales call with them or talking with them, they bought the monthly plan of our membership site called Scaling School for $97. So they product-led growth and ascended themselves. I don't have to speak to anybody. And then it looks like, what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 days after that, they purchased our entry-level product for the membership method for $1,995. I had still never talked with this person, never gotten a call with them. And I actually, eventually, when I was working with this person inside, setting up the same system I'm talking about with you here, I got on a call with him, and he was like, yeah, and I know that I'm going to buy whatever you offer next. And so he's probably going to eventually go into our more high-ticket products that are above $10,000, right? And so this is me. At this point, this person has already spent whatever this is, like let's say $2,100 with me, and I've never talked to him. I've never exchanged any kind of communication with them until after he already purchased. Oh, this is actually a woman. This is Olivia. Until after they already purchased our mid-ticket products. And then another example over here. Here's another one. So first, this person came straight from ads, from Facebook ads. They clicked on the ad. They purchased Show Up Secrets, same thing, for $37. Then they watch a few of my YouTube videos, which is why we also teach how to do YouTube, because people definitely, after they look at a few of your products, whether it's free or it's paid, they almost always search you up online. Then they bought our membership of Scaling School at $97 a month, and then they got on the payment plan for that mid-ticket offer for membership method, right? So once again, another person, Carlos here, still have never talked to this person, didn't know who they were, and they literally purchased all on their own without me having to do any additional work. They ascended into the product-led growth. Hey, Ravi from the future. I actually saw a few more instances of product-led growth I wanted to share with you. So one right here, you can see this guy came in from an email blast, bought our low-ticket product for $37, then bought our Scaling School monthly membership for $221, then the annual membership that we sell on top of that, product-led growth, for $776. Remember, we've never spoken to this person at this point. They've already spent whatever this is, almost $1,000 with us. And then a few days later, they actually purchased our high-ticket program, Scaling with Systems, on a payment plan for $4,000. So that's one. And then as you can see underneath here as well, another person bought our Show Up Secrets, our low-ticket products, and then just a few days later, from the 20th to 27th, they bought a payment plan for our high-ticket product as well, one of our high-ticket products. So you can see that's two examples. And then I also wanted to show you yesterday, this is why I'm also kind of butting in right here. I finished a VIP day with Brad right here and his entire team at my condo in Miami. And Brad was saying, we were implementing a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about here. And Brad was saying how he purchased that VIP day. He didn't get on a sales call. He didn't speak with anybody. He said that he was literally sitting there with his client success directors sitting right next to him. They were at the end of a workday. It was a Friday. day and they were watching one of my YouTube videos, and in the link to my YouTube video is my VIP day, which is $20,000 for 4 hours with me, which everybody thought I was crazy to put that on my YouTube video without a sales call or anything, just a straight payment link. And we've had 2 people purchase it since I did it 30 days ago without having to get on a sales call. So all of these things about like, you have to get on a sales call, and everything that you believe to be true about the high ticket world, all that stuff is slowly being changed right now. And the other reason behind that is because your free content is also a product if you do it correctly, and that's also product-led growth. So he had consumed a bunch of my free content, and it was essentially like a product to him. He knew we were legit, and he was saying, when I was showing this strategy to him, he said, you know what, I actually don't think that if I had to book a sales call, I would have purchased, because we were sitting there, we were in the moment, we were excited to go to Miami, and we were just like, yeah, let's just buy it, and they just bought it right then and there, versus he said that if they had to get on a sales call, book it out, they waited 2 days, the excitement would have faded, then it all would have changed. Okay, so that's what product-led growth is about. And the funnel that we're doing to use this is what I call the member method, okay? And this is actually, I created a different video called the self-sustaining funnel, and that was how to essentially generate sales through YouTube and paid ads, through high ticket sales. But then I discovered this, and I actually think this is better than the self-sustaining funnel, which is why this is what we do for our clients now. So you have multiple different ways that people find you. There's short form content, you have YouTube, there's collaborations, you have low ticket, and then you have direct Facebook ads, right? So this is an example of our low ticket sales page right here, our show up secrets. From there, people purchase our membership site, they get the order bumps, they ascend to the annual plan. Inside the membership site, then we try to ascend them to our upgraded annual membership method, which is $297 a month. And they're getting a bunch of value to retain inside of there. And then from there, they are going to, like, let's say before, like I showed you this number, it was less than 30% of people were booking calls. And so I was making no money for those people, and they weren't even testing our stuff out. So like, that was it. It was just, okay, you booked a call, you're not qualified, sorry, like we can't work with you. But now all these same people are paying me a monthly recurring revenue. I'm providing an unbelievable amount of value for them. Some of the stuff in here are things I used to charge like $50,000 for. They're getting for $97 a month. And then those people that wanted to see what it was like to work with me, maybe they watched my YouTube content, they are test driving that. They're buying additional things like the upgraded version, the annual package, and then they are booking a high ticket call for us and sending into our high ticket program. And we are seeing a higher velocity of qualified sales calls and deals coming from this product-led growth than when we were just doing like video sales letter ads or instant form ads or DM ads before. And the best part about this is it's all relying on a super high profit margin recurring revenue base, which is our membership site. Okay, so now I think we're at like $80,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue for membership site 60 days after launching it. And then plus we have all these high ticket sales coming in, and I'm showing you that people are ascending on their own. So the membership site's amazing, and that's actually really what I want to scale the business, is to get more people in the membership site. But I would be remiss if I said that the main goal isn't also to generate high ticket sales so that we can have those 50K days, 80K days, $100,000 days. Okay, that only happens at least in the very beginning if you also have this high ticket arm on the back of it. But if you just have this high ticket arm without the product-led growth, you are going to be always going upstream against a market who no longer wants to get on sales calls, at least not in the very beginning, and against rising ad costs and lower qualification, because 98% of MQLs never resulted in closed business. So I wanted to update you here because I've talked a lot about product-led growth and I haven't done a video about it, but I hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.